Throughout the 2010s, Ezra Miller's rise from an indie darling to a bona fide blockbuster star captivated audiences. Their openness about their non-binary identity and queerness proved immensely influential for a generation of young LGBTQ individuals, instilling hope for a more inclusive future in the entertainment industry, all while maintaining a unique and quirky media persona. However, as the 2020s commenced, so would the age of Ezra Miller's downfall. Over the past few years, we've all come across news of their tumultuous personal life, with each passing day seemingly bringing a new troubling development. Before delving into the depths of this media nightmare, it is crucial to understand what led to this point, because it begs the question, what happened to Ezra Miller? Ezra Miller's journey into the world of acting began when they dropped out of school at the age of 16 to pursue a career in film. Their early role in the movie After School showcased Ezra's inclination towards eccentric characters and dark storylines. However, it was Ezra's remarkable performance in the controversial film We Need to Talk About Kevin, directed by Lynn Ramsey, that truly garnered attention. In the movie, Miller portrayed the disturbed character of Kevin, who carried out a harrowing school shooting using bows and arrows. This portrayal earned Miller numerous award nominations and established them as an exceptional actor, adept at portraying complex and troubled individuals. Transitioning from a child prodigy opera singer to a rising star in the indie movie circuit, Miller's breakthrough came with the 2012 film adaptation of The Perks of Being a Wallflower. In this movie, they played the supporting role of Patrick, a queer icon, which significantly elevated their recognition within the industry. Subsequently, Miller secured prominent roles such as Barry Allen, also known as The Flash, in the DC Extended Universe, and Credence Barebone in the Harry Potter spin-off Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Ezra Miller, known for their quirky online presence and unique roles in movies, began facing challenges as they entered the mainstream industry. During a San Diego Comic-Con appearance in July 2017, an incident occurred that sparked debate around consent and celebrity power. When a fan asked about the Flash's ability to ingest alcohol and then inquired about smelling Ezra's breath, Ezra unexpectedly kissed the fan on the mouth. However, a more concerning incident took place on April 1, 2020, when a video surfaced on Twitter showing Ezra choking and throwing a woman to the ground at a bar in Iceland. The video, which was later deleted, led to confirmation by bar employees that it was indeed Ezra in the footage, resulting in their removal from the premises. This event raised significant concerns about Ezra's behavior and actions. On March 28th, Ezra faced legal consequences as they were arrested and charged with disorderly conduct and harassment for their alleged involvement in 2 separate incidents at a karaoke bar in Hawaii. The Hawaii Police Department reported that Ezra became agitated by people singing karaoke and used derogatory language, eventually grabbing the microphone from a woman and lunging at a man playing darts. Despite the bar owner's attempts to calm them down, Ezra's behavior escalated, leading to their arrest. In April, Ezra Miller pleaded no contest to a disorderly conduct charge during a court Zoom call, resulting in a $500 fine. 2 additional counts, including a harassment charge and a traffic obstruction-related complaint, were dismissed, quote, with prejudice by the judge. Soon after, on March 29th, 2 Hilo residents filed for a temporary restraining order against Miller, accusing them of harassment and threats. The order sought to prohibit any form of contact between Ezra and the couple, as well as to keep them away from their residence and workplaces. It is unclear what their prior relationship with Ezra was like, but allegedly, after being released from jail, Ezra broke into their room and made threats towards the husband, saying, quote, "I will bury you and your wife." Additionally, the order stated that Ezra had taken the wife's passport and the husband's wallet. The couple was granted the restraining order the next day, but they later decided to drop it ahead of a scheduled hearing with the actor on April 13th. On April 6, 2022, Warner Brothers and DC executives convened an emergency meeting to address the situation involving Ezra. Sources revealed that the studio had previously shown sympathy towards Ezra's circumstances and had been aware of their occasional outbursts and signs of mental health deterioration. During the production of The Flash, Ezra reportedly had frequent meltdowns, although these actions were not violent or targeted towards their colleagues directly. Considering these factors, the studio made the decision to pause all projects featuring Ezra in the foreseeable future. Little did they know that Ezra's situation would only worsen in the following weeks. On April 19th, following their previous arrest during the Shallow incident, Miller was in custody once again after a party altercation. It remains unclear whether they were invited or showed up uninvited, but during the party, Ezra misread the situation and threw a chair at a woman, causing a half-inch cut on her forehead. This marked the 3rd instance of violence involving Ezra, specifically towards women. Soon after, they were arrested during a traffic stop around 1:30 a.m. Now let's rewind to 2016 when Ezra Miller was protesting the Dakota Access Pipeline. It was during this time that they met Gibson Iron Eyes, a 12-year-old activist. The details of their initial relationship are relatively unknown, but in 2018, Iron Eyes interviewed Ezra and their band for Sleek magazine. Allegedly, in 2017, when Gibson was just 13, Ezra flew them to London to visit the set of a Fantastic Beasts film. Concerns arose from Gibson's parents regarding the nature of their relationship with the then 25-year-old actor. They alleged that Ezra provided the teenager with alcohol and drugs, including LSD, and attempted to share a bed with Gibson. As time passed, Ezra's continued interaction with Gibson not only disrupted their education, but also led the teenager to drop out of their Massachusetts private school in December 2021. In January of 2022, Ezra flew Gibson out to their secluded Vermont home in January of 2022, where they remained for a few weeks before the family flew out to investigate. The family discovered that Gibson lacked essential personal belongings such as their driver's license and credit cards, or anything else that would make them a self-sufficient person, not indebted to the wealthy, older actor. The parents also noticed bruises on Gibson's body, which they believed were inflicted by Ezra. Troubled by these findings, the parents decided to bring Gibson home and pursue a restraining order against Ezra. However, before the legal action could take effect, Gibson escaped back into Ezra's custody, and the pair went on the run together. Weeks later, they were seen dancing together in a club in Hawaii, sparking further controversy. Amid growing concerns from their parents and the public, Gibson finally addressed the situation and their father's allegations in an Instagram video on June 6th. Gibson dismissed their father's claims as baseless and transphobic, implying that the accusations stemmed from the belief that they were incapable of independent thinking or holding differing opinions from their family. They asserted that their well-being should not be a cause for concern and expressed frustration at the ongoing scrutiny surrounding their relationship with Ezra. The day after this video was released, Gibson's parents responded by saying they were unable to locate or serve Ezra because their whereabouts are unknown, but want the public's help in freeing their child. In June 2022, the Daily Beast released a report featuring an alleged victim, a 12-year-old non-binary child who claimed to have been targeted by Ezra Miller. On June 15th, the child and their mother were granted a temporary harassment prevention order against Miller. The child stated that Miller menaced their family at their neighbor's apartment on the evening of February 2nd and behaved inappropriately towards them. That same month, a woman named Nadia came forward accusing Miller of harassment. Nadia, who had a consensual sexual encounter with Miller in 2020 and considered them a friend, invited them to her Berlin apartment. However, when Nadia asked Miller not to smoke inside her home, they became aggressive, repeatedly insulting her and refusing to leave despite her numerous requests. Nadia expressed concerns about her physical safety, fearing that Miller could harm her. There have also been reports since April 2022 of an unnamed mother and her 3 children, aged 1 to 5, residing in a roommate situation on Ezra Miller's Vermont farm. This arrangement has raised significant concerns by the children's father, who is troubled by the actor's involvement with the family. The father claimed that Miller met the woman during one of their tumultuous trips to Hawaii. Reports indicate that Ezra's home is littered with as many as 8 assault rifles and handguns, raising concerns about the safety of the environment. Disturbingly, one of the children allegedly placed a loose bullet in their mouth. Additionally, there are allegations that Ezra's farm is being used for extensive marijuana cultivation, surpassing the allowed limit for unlicensed growth. On August 15th, Ezra addressed their recent troubling behavior, acknowledging that they are grappling with complex mental health issues and have commenced ongoing treatment. In August 2022, the Vermont State Police confirmed that Miller has been charged with felony burglary into an unoccupied dwelling in Stamford, Vermont. The charges stem from the alleged theft of several bottles of alcohol from the premises. Probable cause was established through surveillance videos and statements, leading to Miller receiving a citation on August 7th. Miller pleaded guilty to a reduced charge, while 2 other charges, including felony burglary and petit larceny, were dismissed without prejudice. This means that if Miller complies with the terms of their year-long probation, the case will be considered closed. This was the disturbing cautionary tale of Ezra Miller.